Because racism, right?
Blah 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 blah.
Okay, so like, comment, subscribe, and share. Why do all of us YouTubers always say that, right? Are we just trying to get attention? Well, I'm going to give you the lowdown as to why we always say those specific 4 things. So whether a YouTuber wants to admit it or not, the reason any YouTubers out here is pretty much one or all of these 3 things. To get famous, to influence people for an idea, and or to make money. So in order to do those things, YouTube is where we are. For better or worse, we're on YouTube. And YouTube, in order to get those things accomplished, we want our videos to be viewed. And we want them to be viewed from beginning to the end. And we want as many people as possible to view them. In order for that to happen, YouTube has to think our videos are important to YouTube for YouTube's purposes. Well, what are YouTube's purposes? Very simple. YouTube wants to make money. That's it. There is a slight caveat to that I'll get to at the very end of the video. But for the most part, it's to make money. So whether I'm here to make money, to get famous, or to influence people, part of my goal is the same as YouTube's, is to get as many people as possible to spend as much time as possible watching as many of my videos as possible, right? YouTube wants as many people as possible to watch for as long as possible. I want people to watch me for as long as possible. So what I want is for YouTube to think I am important to YouTube so that YouTube will promote my videos on YouTube and on Google, same company. So then the question becomes, how do I get my videos promoted on YouTube, right? I want YouTube to promote my videos. How do I do that? Well, unless you're a complete idiot, you've already read the title of this video, so you know the 4 answers, but let's get into why those 4 things, which is subscribe, comment, like, and share, why those 4 things are the most important 4 things that every YouTuber out here worth his salt is going to tell you to please do. So all of these things are forms of interaction. An interaction with a video to YouTube, interaction is like a 17-year-old boy looking at a hot girl in a bikini. That is the bomb. That is what YouTube wants. That's all they really care about. That's how they rate a video as to whether or not it's important to YouTube, is if it gets interaction. And interaction is subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing the video. So again, YouTube's goal is to get people to watch YouTube, as many people as possible. So the least important, with a slight caveat, the least important is subscribe. So if you subscribe to a YouTube channel, then you're going to get notifications that people you've subscribed to have uploaded something. So I upload something, you get a little notification, you log on, there's a little notification. It'll be more likely to be suggested for you to watch when you log on to YouTube. So that's kind of a pretty big thing. It's very important. So subscribers are the most important for one group of YouTuber, and that's the YouTuber who has less than 1,000 subscribers, because you cannot be monetized unless you have at least 1,000 subscribers. So if you know someone who is new at YouTubing and doesn't have 1,000 subscribers yet, don't be a jerk. Subscribe to their channel, because once they get to 1,000, then they can start making money and it becomes very real to the YouTuber. So please, if you know someone who has less than 1,000, subscribe to them. Don't be a jerk. Just do it. Just hit the subscribe button. Be nice. And then later, you can unsubscribe. When you unsubscribe, and this is the caveat, you can unsubscribe after they reach 1,000, more like 1,100 or 1,200, and here's why. Once someone has been monetized, if those viewers don't, or if those subscribers don't return to view the uploads when the uploads go live, then YouTube figures, oh, this video is not even entertaining to the subscribers, so it's not going to be entertaining to everybody else. So if you've subscribed to someone just to help them out, and now they've got 12, 1,300 subscribers, now it's okay to unsubscribe if you're not going to come back and watch, right? Because then you're actually hurting the channel as opposed to helping it. Something to consider. So liking and commenting, really liking, disliking, and commenting, they all three they're kind of on the same level. They're all forms of interaction. And believe it or not, disliking a video is almost the same or maybe even better than liking a video in the eyes of YouTube. See, if you don't really care about a video, if it's just kind of boring, you're not going to like it or dislike it. But if you hate it, you're going to hit dislike. If you like it, you're going to hit like. And if either way, you might comment on it, which is even better. The reason disliking is important is because YouTube doesn't really care if you like the video. What YouTube cares about is, are you going to be excited by it? Are you going to come back to it? Are you going to tell your friends about it? Oh, I saw this ridiculous thing on YouTube. You got to go watch it. It's the same reason a conservative will go watch Rachel Maddow. It's the same reason a liberal will go watch Sean Hannity. People love being ticked off. You do, I do. We're ridiculous beasts. We love being ticked off. YouTube knows this. So if you hit dislike, you're not really hurting that channel. If you hit like, you're helping that channel as much as you are if you dislike it. So liking and commenting, again, tells YouTube this is an important channel, this is an important video, and then we'll be more likely to suggest that video to other people when they log on to YouTube or when they do a search or whatever. They're going to be suggesting that video. It's very important. So the cream of the crop, the most important thing you can do for a YouTuber, the thing that helps us the most, is sharing a video. YouTube looks at shared videos. They just drool over a shared video. Videos that get shared, that's the most important to YouTube. Because you have to understand, YouTube is in competition with other websites, with other social media websites, other video sharing websites, any other website that anybody goes to. YouTube is in competition with those pages. So Facebook, you go on there, you watch a video. Reddit, Tumblr, TikTok, any news video, Instagram, CNN, Fox News, all those websites, Facebook is actually in competition with those websites for viewers. So here's what I mean. So let's say you pull out your phone and you hit the YouTube app. You're already on YouTube. You're already in their universe. You pull out your tablet, you hit the YouTube app. You're already in YouTube's universe. You go on your computer, you type in youtube.com, you're already in their universe. However, you go to your Facebook page and you're scrolling, and there your buddy has posted a video to Vegan Jules from YouTube, and you're like, what's that? And you click it. Now you're brought to the YouTube app. You've been brought from an outside source into the YouTube universe, into their domain. You're basically a new customer, right? It's the same reason why if you're on AT&T, AT&T's will offer a deal for new iPhones and new Samsungs to people who aren't AT&T customers that they won't offer to you. Why? Because they're trying to steal customers from Verizon. YouTube's trying to steal customers from Facebook and from Reddit and from all these other places, even CNN and Fox and your local newspaper. YouTube wants you to go to YouTube instead of those sites because they want to sell those advertising dollars. They want to get that money. Same thing like Ford. If you trade in a Chevy sometimes, a Chevy Silverado for a Ford F-150, you'll get an extra $2,000 or $3,000 off because they want you to become a loyal Ford customer. Just like in YouTube's the same way. They want you to be a loyal YouTube customer. Instead of going to Reddit first, you go to YouTube first. They want you to go there so they can get your eyes on their page. Very simple. So I'm going to give you 3 examples of my personal videos that have been shared and have not been shared. So the first one, if you look at this line, it's a very smooth graph. And the line's fairly smooth. It kind of slowly builds day-to-day views, and that's how most of my videos go. They get a slow start, and they kind of build and build and build and build until they get so many views per day. And so this video has never been shared, and I can actually tell if a video has been shared because I can go in and type in the URL into DuckDuckGo or Bing or Google and scroll to see where this video is listed. And if all the links are YouTube, then I know it's never been shared outside of YouTube, right? But if there's a few links to Facebook pages or Reddit or Tumblr, then I know someone has shared it, and I can go see who shared it, and I can be friends with that person. So don't lie if you say you shared a video. We're going to know. So the next one, you're going to see this huge spike one day. Just boom, my views double per view, literally double views per day, I mean, instantly. When that video gets shared, boom, my views double per day, right? So my revenue for that video doubles per day. That's one person sharing that video one time on Facebook. And I know that person, and I appreciate her very much, and I'm trying to help her out as well. That's how this works. So please share videos. That's one share, doubled the views. Now here's another one that's been shared twice, and you'll see two very vertical jumps. And I can go through and I type into the search browser, the search engine on my browser, and I can see exactly who and when shared those videos. It's a big deal. Like that's why like no amount of liking and commenting and subscribing does for a video what sharing does. Because as soon as YouTube, and here you can see in this screenshot where YouTube tracks where each view is coming from, right? From outside, like the first 3 or 4 are YouTube sources, and then the last like 8-point-something% are from outside of YouTube. That's huge. YouTube tracks all of it. So as soon as YouTube starts seeing hits come from Facebook and CNN.com's comment section and from Tumblr and from Reddit and from Instagram, they know this video is drawing in people from outside. This video is getting Chevy customers over to Ford. This stuff's the hot stuff. This is what YouTube wants to promote. There's something special about this video. They don't really have a clue what it is. They just know it's happening. They track it, and therefore they're going to promote that video. So when I look at the videos that have been shared, like you might have 10 or 15 views that actually come from the shared source. So someone shares that first one, she shared that on Facebook. I got like 10, 15 video views from Facebook, but over the course of that day, I got over 150 views from YouTube that I wasn't getting before. It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. I can't express enough what a big deal sharing is. And if you're sharing my videos, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I already know if you're sharing them, so thank you. I could list you by name. And just a little side note. So, especially in the age of COVID, we're talking about, mom and pops and helping your local businesses, shop local, that kind of thing. Think global, act local. Well, for every person that you personally know who has a YouTube channel and puts up videos and puts hours into producing them, for every one of us out there, this is our small business. This is our side gig. This is our hustle. This is what we're doing to bring a little extra money on into the house. And for some of us, it's an okay amount of money. For me, it's an okay amount of money. It has literally bought a car. I don't make a ton of money, so that's a big deal to me that I've made enough money on YouTube to buy a car. Some people are approaching the point where they could retire from their real job to just do YouTube. And then I've got other people who are just starting out. This is our side business. This is our personal family business. And when you watch our videos or share our videos, just help out a little bit. That's huge to us. It's the difference between going to Mom and Pop's Donut Shop and Dunkin' Donuts. We appreciate it and we love you for it. At the end of every one of my videos, pretty much, I say I love you, and I do. I love you if you're watching this video, if you're liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing, especially if you're sharing. I love you. It is great. You're making my day, and you're helping me retire before I'm 150 years old, because at the rate I'm going, that's when I'm going to retire. Help me out. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you know someone who has a newer YouTube channel, share this video with them specifically so they can share it to get more people to help them out as well. And of course, I love you guys, but not as much as God loves you. So at the beginning of the video, I mentioned a caveat to YouTube's goals, YouTube's motivations to just make money. As I have learned very clearly since the beginning of 2021, YouTube clearly has a political agenda as well. And even if you have a video that makes money for them, if they think your channel goes against their political views, they will tank your YouTube channel, which is why I have this new YouTube channel, so that if I say anything that they're going to red flag, it'll be on this channel and not on my main channel that actually makes money. This channel, I assume, will never make money because I'm going to be saying offensive things on this channel. The first YouTube channel that they red flagged for going against their terms of service, that did not go against their terms of service, was me talking about being a libertarian. And part of that video was talking about how I didn't care about race, particularly. I don't care if you're black or white or whatever. And they sent me a notice saying that that was viewed as being offensive speech. If I remember correctly, the second one was me. I uploaded something. It was a video condemning Nazism. It was actually produced by the U.S. government during World War II. And at this point, I think YouTube had decided I wasn't a socialist, liberal, woke, whatever they are. I don't know exactly what they are. So they red flagged that one. And they've red flagged dozens of videos since then. A lot of the ones on my main channel that are the All American News videos, which are, I guess for lack of a better term, they're Black History videos, they red flag all of those. They sent me a questionnaire. They sent me a questionnaire, YouTube did, saying they wanted to celebrate certain people, certain channels. So they wanted to know about me, whether or not I was someone they wanted to celebrate. Because if I fit their criteria, they would celebrate me. The questions were, is the main person who produces videos, or the people who produce videos for this channel, do they identify as this? And my answer to all of those were no. I'm not gay, I'm not transgendered, I'm not a lesbian, I'm not black or Latino or any of these other ethnic groups. I'm just a boring old white American guy. I'm pretty sure YouTube's not going to be celebrating me. Because racism, right? Racism. So there's a caveat to YouTube making money. They'll promote things that won't make them money if they think it's woke. Get woke, go broke. Isn't that the new saying? Because racism, right?